Okay, continuing on with the garden saga. These are the flats apartments here. The two windows there are the kitchen windows. So the kitchen window for the lower flat and the kitchen window for the above, which is the one I'm in. This is the lower flats area of garden. I help to keep this maintained for the lady that lives there. As previously mentioned, she's not able-bodied enough to come out and cut this, so this area of garden doesn't look too bad. The path that comes down with access to both gardens, and then we come to the troubled area. So this area here is the garden that belongs to the flat that I have. This is the area that I was writing about the other week. This is the 6 foot by 3.5 foot grave that is now turned into a 25 foot long by 3.5 foot grave. So I've managed to dig my way through this lot. Would you believe where the edge of the grass is would have been the original bed, but it was so overgrown that the grass had gone all the way back to the fence. So I've actually dug this out manually with just myself, incredible willpower and a shovel. And back-breaking stuff. This area here I was hoping to use for my bargain greenhouse. It's not actually a glass greenhouse, it's got a metal frame with a plastic covering that goes over, but it's large enough to be like a little walking greenhouse. So I thought, in my enthusiasm of growing my own stuff, I could start off seedlings in it, and this was going to be the area that I was going to put it. Unfortunately, there are so many roots here that are so deep that I'm pretty sure that that's what's keeping Australia in place, and my concern is that if I actually dig these roots and cut them, I will be responsible from detaching Australia and it will float off into the atmosphere somewhere. As I say, I need this level to be able to put the greenhouse on, to put some slabs down, but as I say, the roots are so big there that everywhere I walk in there's a root, so I may have to rethink this one and perhaps just let that grow back to being a wild area. This is the back end of the garden, and I try not to look at this. I'm actually looking away from the screen so that I can't see this. I can't bear to look at it. Again, it's so full of roots and overgrown that is just going to take too much effort. I don't have the equipment that's probably needed to dig that lot out, nor the energy at the moment. Just there is the little run where the fox likes to make his entrance into the garden. He actually thinks it's his own play area at the moment. This was the other side of the garden that I was going to leave because, again, it's overgrown. There is actually, would you believe, a fence there. That wall belongs to a garage next door that's a dealer garage for French cars. But it's so overgrown there that the little wire fence has actually collapsed. And as I was saying, I was going to leave this because I really didn't have the energy to dig this out. But then my mum, bless her, who's 86, came round the other week and she hacked through this with a pair of shears. You can probably see by the colour of the fence how far up this is all overgrown. And I wasn't going to do this. I thought if I want any more beds, the easiest thing to do is just cut them out of the lawn. But mum made a start on that, and from what looked like that here, looked like that here, bless her, she's hacked that back. So I thought, well, I can't really be outdone by an 86-year-old. So I finished off hacking away, and as you can see, I've started to cut back to the fence again from where the grass should originally have been. The path here we also reclaimed. We'd lost about 4 inches of the path, 2 inches either side where the moss in the grass had just overgrown. You can probably see the difference in the colour going down the sides. So that was done last weekend. And then there was an old clay chimney pot that was in the garden, and made a little feature of that at the moment. It probably doesn't look much, but would you believe the little old lady that lives beneath me thinks that that's the bee's knees. She was so overjoyed and overwhelmed with that, to the point where she said, "How much do I owe you for doing this?" And of course I refused all that because this was quite a simple thing to do, but I'm happy that she's happy and that she thinks that that's just the best thing since sliced bread, bless her. So we're simple folk here in the UK. At the moment I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue with this. It depends on the back, but I'll try and keep you updated with the the gardening as we go along, and thanks for tuning in.